Hello, dear viewers and listeners. Every time I say that I have an amazing guest, but today is going to be special because it's my own boss, CEO of Mobupps, Yaron Tomchin. Hello, Yaron. Please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone. Anton, thank you very much for inviting me to your super successful marketing podcast. It's a pleasure to be here. I already saw some of the previous podcasts. It was amazing. So yeah, I'm doing fine. Spirit of the holidays here. We are in the company. We are scaling up on summarizing 2023 and planning our next year strategy, vision, adapting it to the current challenging and interesting situation.
Yes, and that's true. I have a huge lineup of guests, but because we know each other, I decided to make you a favor. And I was like, all right, Yaron, if you want to, let's do this. But obviously, I'm joking. And we have a huge episode today. We will explain to you what happened with us in this year, because this year, am I wrong? We just celebrated 15th year anniversary of Mobupps, right? It's been 15 years.
15 years. Yeah,
so it's significant.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Very significant.
So it's a huge date, and we have even more plans for the next year. And this leads me to my first question, because we have no time to waste. First question is actually with a photo. First, I want to show you a picture I found on your Facebook, Yaron. So if you don't like it, it's your own fault, because I found it on your Facebook page.
I hope it's not 15 years ago.
Well, not 15, but close,
Not sure I was Facebook 15 years ago. Yeah, China. Wow.
So this is Team China 2016, right?
Yeah, that's all the team.
And this is Team China 2019, just before COVID hits, right?
Yeah.
And this is Team China this year.
Yeah.
These people just multiplied.
Yeah.
And the same thing is going on. Sorry?
Yeah. China team really scale up significantly during the last couple of years, and now it's our biggest team across the globe.
And I feel like we have this thing going on with all the teams across the globe, but it's just that these photos I found of Team China impressed me the most, because we have the same thing going on in North American team. Obviously, we didn't have everybody from North America last year, but this year we have more people in North American team, which shows how fast we're scaling. And right now, I don't know some of our team members. I'll be honest with you. So this is very
challenging for me to keep the tracking after all the new Mobupps. But we try to give this personal touch and to speak with everyone and to kind of, get smooth entrance for every new Mobupps. So there is a lot of interaction going on in the beginning. And team recent years was growing significantly in many countries. And it's amazing that we have all these talented people on board, that we can work together and generate new ideas and overcome all the challenges that we see in the industry in the last period.
That's exactly right. And this is the first year when I just go on LinkedIn and I see that, oh my God, I don't know this person. We work at the same company. We should speak. Like, this is the first year that it's happening. And this leads me to my first questions. As we look back on all these years, Mobupps was founded 15 years ago. What were the most significant changes or developments for our company, in your opinion?
I think in terms of the changes, it's all related to, I would say, two things. First one is regulatory changes and circumstances that we are enforced into. On mobile and in general today in digital advertising, regulations is a big thing. User privacy is a big thing. And all different stakeholders that are related to this topic, starting from the MMPs, the networks, the governments, the laws, our clients, our partners, everyone are doing different steps and actions to prepare themselves and to maintain and stand in all the new regulations. And it's really affect on our business. It's affect on our product. It's affecting on our processes. It's affecting on our algorithms. So that's a big thing that we constantly need to be on track, educate the team, make sure that we are adapting our different processes and the product. And it takes time, and definitely it's a big topic to deal with, and recently it becomes more and more significant. Another thing, with a perspective of 15 years, starting from 2008, we've been through several economical challenges and changes to the good and to the worst, right? We saw some periods that, all governments were just printing money, and, there was a lot of equity on the markets and a lot of IPOs. And we are in digital advertising. We are dealing with a lot of app clients. So they are the ones that are going for IPOs. They are the ones that are raising this VC money. And we had a lot of growth budgets. These days, it's different. The equity is not there. The VC investments are not there. The IPOs are not there. And we need to operate our company in a new environment without the growth budgets. We need to maintain our clients' campaigns for profitability, for ROI. It's not that it was not one of the goals in the past, but there was a lot of growth budgets. And companies, our clients, our partners, they were ready to invest, even if they're losing, because they have long-term strategy and they want to take some market share. So the strategy is changing, and eventually it's all connected: regulation, growth, economical environment, and so on.
It reminds me of a conversation I just had a couple of weeks ago with my friend, and she has a crisis in her industry. It's very different from ours. And she asks me, like, how many crises did you have in the industry you're working with? I say, it's a routine thing. We have like couple of crises every year, and we kind of learn to adapt. So what do you think? What were some of the biggest challenges company faced in 2023? How did we address them? And how do these challenges differ from those we faced in previous years?
Yeah, good question, Anton. I think, first of all, competitiveness, it was a big challenge. After 3 years of huge scale in our industry, and a lot of companies, felt the potential and they moved into this vertical. And we felt that in many markets, there are many, many new competitors that are growing and become stronger and more efficient. And I respect this. I always love competition. We appreciate competition. We can learn a lot from our competitors. And with some of them, we are actually very good partners. We can exchange information, we can exchange practice and learn together. The market is big. But eventually we need to think, competition make us better. And we need to think internally and always, challenge ourselves how we will be better, so we can always give the added value for our clients, the competitive advantages. And this year it was mainly around connections with our clients, how we improve this communication, how we support them better, how we improve our relationship with the clients. It was also a lot with marketing, right? You are an important part of this process. You saw it by yourself. All the events we done, all the conferences, exhibitions, sponsorships, multiple actions that we took for improving our brand name. So we will be there for our clients and ready, with open hands to onboard them and to give them our best services. And eventually the bottom line is performance. We constantly need to challenge ourselves to improve 1% more on our performance for our clients constantly. Secondly, talent acquisition. To sustain this growth, you saw the pictures, right? Talent acquisition was a major challenge. To acquire many people this year, to onboard many Mobuppsters this year across 12 different locations, it's a hell of a process. It's a hell of an operation. And it was challenging. Some positions, it took us half a year to close them. And we took a multiple direction strategy, including team efforts, because we already have the team. So the network of the team, it was definitely one of the things that helped us a lot. We provide our team new values and new benefits, like flexibility on the workplace. We don't have office in all the countries, so that open new opportunities for people to move from office work to remote work. We give this flexibility. In some countries we have an office, and in some not. We also improve terms for our Mobuppsters, and eventually we work very personally to make sure that everyone has, our support, personal development plans, financially and professionally.
Definitely. And you mentioned events. And by the way, we exhibited and participated in 14 events this year. And I believe this changed a lot because we had a direct channel of communication with our partners, which made us more approachable, which made a huge difference. Even if, all of the events were successful to somewhat level, some are more successful than others, but this channel of communication is very important. And also you mentioned that we had to overcome a lot of issues sometimes. Well, in our industry, it's not a surprise. And there is only way we know how to overcome these issues. It's innovating. And in what ways did our company innovate in 2023? Because it's not that we always want to innovate, but sometimes we have to innovate to face our competition, to win over our competition. We have to innovate. How did these innovations in 2023 contributed to our growth and success?
Yeah, innovation, it's, in our industry, it's an innovative industry as a core, right? So if you are not innovating, at least in an average way, you're out of business. So we moved in several directions as an innovation. First of all, market expansion. So we set, we actually set on a global map, and we saw, okay, that's where the markets where we can have, where we have good coverage. Those markets we don't have good coverage, and maybe there are less potential for us now because we don't have any added value to provide. And we set for ourselves several markets and industries that we believe that we can provide the competitive advantage with our team or with our product. And we expand into Indonesia. So today we have an operation over there. We set up the financial infrastructure. We already have good clients over there that are working with us and love our performance. And in terms of activities, we expand into the web direction because we wanted to provide our clients a more holistic service. So, working with a client, if you have a web campaign, app campaign, programmatic campaign, we want to be this one-stop shop that provide them all the marketing services or maximum marketing services that they need. Secondly, it's of course our product and technology. So this year was really something else in terms of the temp of new product release and new directions that we launched. Mobupps X was one of them. Our DSP, it's already running and active with several clients, and we are hoping to really scale it significantly next year. We also, need to innovate, and it's connecting to the first point of regulation, user privacy, and different things that have influence on our activity. So we need to innovate with our product to make sure that we are sustaining it and maintaining it in relation with this new regulation. So different features to make sure that we are balancing our traffic volume, that we are, working with the most advanced attribution algorithms, that we are on top of any new fraud types, and we make sure we clean up our traffic and provide clean traffic for our clients. So that's the product innovation we were working and executing during 2023. And the last one is maybe a new joint venture partnership that we have with a site comparison project, Buying.Expert, that is also related to the web, right? It's everything, eventually all the dots are connecting, right? So we need our own inventory, our own product to make sure that we are adding value for our clients and we are efficient on organizing all the products and the media buying. And that's another thing that is launched this year.
Definitely. And being innovators is very important, but sometimes industry dictates us, dictates some trends and dictates
pushing to this.
Pushing us to innovate, pushing us to change things. So how did industry trends in 2023 influence our company's strategy and operations? Were there any trends that particularly benefited or challenged us? Because I know there are, but we need to share with our audience.
Yeah. Look, the market was hard, right? It's not a secret. The market was hard for many industries, including the edtech. You can see, all the big companies, the TradeX, PubMatic, Magnite, all their stock prices are, and the results are down. But we analyzed really detailed in terms of where is the potential, where we can grow, right? Because we are still very small if you compare us to these huge companies, and we have the flexibility and the speed to adapt quickly and to enter these new opportunities. And we saw big potential to, with same clients that we have and with same products that we have, to penetrate the programmatic and the web directions. And that's what we've done this year. So working with the same client, just providing them new media for their web products, that was just natural for us. And being closer to our publishers and getting more access to multiple exchanges and SSPs, that's exactly connect us to the programmatic product. So these was the two opportunities that we leveraged this year, and we saw the most significant growth.
And we didn't decrease our team. We expanded, basically. Since I started working, since I became a Mobupps team member almost 4 years ago, we almost tripled our stuff. And right now, like, company culture and everything's going on in the company became suddenly so big. Because back in the days when there were just like 40 people working in the company, it was much easier to communicate. Right now, it's becoming much bigger. And this leads us to a culture question. How has our company's culture and approach to sustainability and social responsibility evolved in 2023, including new initiatives and employee experience?
Yeah. Look, this year we hire 25 new people. That's almost 40% growth for our team. And I must say, we have a great HR team. That's number one. And they do amazing work, reaching all these talented people across the globe. Work with them. It's one thing to reach and on board, but it's another thing to retain and motivate and support the team. So we had multiple initiatives with our HR team to gather the team together, and it's another challenge to do it when you have the team in 12 different locations. So you need to do it. You need to do a mix, a hybrid model, some offline meetings, some digital online meetings. And we also launched several initiatives, like, for example, one that I especially remember was Save the Planet initiative, that we work with all the teams and gave them opportunity to clean their area, to participate in different Save the Planet projects, and eventually share it between themselves, providing some not prizes, but actually sending these prizes to environmental companies. So that was a big success, and a lot of people participate in this. But eventually, a hybrid approach of offline meetings within regional teams, team buildings that were part of them in different formats, some of them more professional, educational, some of them more fun, like trivia and so on. We had that was our approach, and it worked well. We just recently done some questionnaire for our team, and seems the team is happy and motivated. And most important, we have now two teams that are in war zone. We have the Israeli and the Ukrainian team, and it was really 15 years being a CEO in this company. It's a new challenge, and nothing can prepare you when your team is in a war zone, how to support it, how to be flexible enough, how to back them, how to motivate them. It was an interesting experience, and we have amazing teams that they were strong enough to sustain it and continue with their life as it possible when you are in the war zone.
Exactly. And the most surprising part is people always, no matter the circumstances, they still want to work, because sometimes it's like working is actually a relief for a lot of people at the war zones, at crisis moments, because you can actually do something different from, be in a different space from that, if you can call it stressful to the limit environment. And yeah, I don't want to brag, but our HR team is amazing, incredible, especially in North America, because here usually people aim to find a job in 3 to 6 months, and usually, like, HRs, they have this time limit over half of a year to find someone. And sometimes I'm having a conversation with our HR and they say something like, we have 3 weeks to find this person. I'm like, yep, I bet you'll do it. So yeah, this was a really incredible experience, considering like I have friends in Canada who close to HR. They say they usually have like 3-6 months. You know that, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I don't know. Our HR works much faster than that. So, all right. Let's go further. So how did our understanding or approach to customer service changed in 2023? Because that's what we're thinking about. We're thinking about our customers, our partners. We think about how to be approachable, how to be reliable, how to always be in touch with them. What lessons did we learn about meeting customer needs and expectations this year?
Yeah. Eventually, we want to provide more value for our clients, right? That's, I think, the goal of any business organization. And we saw, we discussed the innovation and multiple product approach, and we've done a lot in this area. But the main lesson for us now we need to focus. We need to focus and we need to understand exactly what are the main benefits that our clients are looking now, what is working for them in this challenging environment. And our goal now and our focus looking forward into 2024 will be less expansion, but more focus and provide more value, more products, more media type for the same clients that we have. So this way we can make sure it's just leverage multiple areas of our strategy, like competitiveness, right? We want to be more connected with the clients, work with them across more areas, provide them more benefits, being in better communication with them, and it helps us in the competitiveness area.
Yes, I believe this was huge this year. We not only want to find new customers and new partners for us, we also want to bring more to the table for the existing customers.
Exactly.
Because we appreciate them a lot, and we always brainstorm, we always think about that. How can we bring more for the same price, and how can we help even better? So innovations again, and let's talk about innovations in 2024, because this podcast will come out basically before the Christmas holidays. And so happy holidays, everyone. Whatever you're celebrating, have a good one. It's all about your family. It's all about spending quality time with your family. So have a great holiday. But for us, it's not only a holiday season, it's also planning season, right? We always plan in the end of the year because, well, it's time for that. So are there any exciting innovations or new ventures that our company is planning to launch in 2024?
Yeah, maybe I won't speak so much about innovations, like partly, but more into our how we are building our vision for the next year, and inside it, some innovation and some focus. So first of all, we are looking to grow, but we are looking for efficient growth. We want to make sure that all our growth areas are justified and economical efficient. Secondly, on the product, and that's pure innovation on the product side, again, connecting to provide more value for our clients and partners. We understood that we didn't pay attention enough for our media partners, for our publishers. Eventually, it's also our clients, even more like partners. So this year, we want to do more development around this area, to develop different features and product development products that will provide transparency for our publishers, that will provide tools so they can be more successful on their monetization, on the media that they send us. Because eventually, my cat is coming to the podcast.
Oh, this is cute, yeah. This will help us to get some views,
Yeah. Just want to be popular, Always coming to podcasts. Yeah. Anyway, so working more on the media side, providing this transparency for our publishers and give them the tools so they will be more successful, and connecting to the same media side is also the partnership on the media. So we want to be closer to the media, being more closer for the programmatic exchanges, being more closer to our rewarded publishers. Eventually, everyone are speaking today about controlling the supply, optimizing the supply path. So by being closer with partnership, joint ventures, and so on, she just want to be inside.
This might be the best part of our podcast.
Yeah, maybe she just take my
Let's just show cats and we'll get the
that's
audience.
the podcast about kids. Anyway, so being closer to the media can provide us the value of optimizing the supply path, optimizing the profits, the different parts of this chain, the supply chain are exchanging, and that will be our area of focus and product release and things that we are looking to innovate in, the media side.
So let's sum up. We have like almost 100 of team members. We brought new products to the table to help our partners to get more from us, to get more value from us. And now we have more conversation about long-term plans, because right now, this year, when we had our 15th year anniversary, it seems like, we're here to stay. And we have this conversation about our long-term strategy, about what we see in us in 5 years, 10 years or so. And this is why as it comes to the end, I want to ask you, like, how do our plans for 2024 align with the long-term vision of the company? What do you see the company heading in the next 5 years? Maybe more, maybe less, but long-term plans, what do we have on the table?
Yeah, it's a difficult one because, we don't know what will be. I guess, the products, the technologies, the regulations that are now, we even didn't dream about it 5 years ago. So the industry is so changing. It's really hard to plan 5 years ahead. But there are a couple of things that are not changing. And first of all, it's our team. Our team is our most important assets, and investing in the team, it's a long-term vision and strategy that we definitely have. Listening to the team needs, personalize our, conditions, our terms, our approach to different markets so we can support the teams across, the globe. And we have people in 12 different countries now, providing them education, sharing this experience between different markets, different type of activities, providing them benefits in health. That's super important today. We see that's one of the most important things for employers, at least from what we are hearing from our Mobupps. So that's definitely will be the area of number one focus for us, our Mobupps team development, retention, and motivation. And the second thing that is not changing, and it's the same 15 years, 50 years, 100 years, it's customer success. We want to make sure that we are quick and adaptive and flexible enough to support our clients in their needs, in their targets, in their KPIs, be it growth like it was a couple of years ago, be it ROI and profitability for our clients as it is right now, depend on the market situation, but that will be our two areas of focus. Constantly check ourselves against the team, constantly check ourselves against customer success and retention. I think investing into this and surrounding it with the right innovation, technology that will be relevant to the market situation and regulation. And, there are many things that, as we spoke at the beginning at the podcast, that are pushing us into this type of innovation. That's a good enough vision that, from my experience, should do the work.
To sum up, of course, like there is no way I will say something bad about the company. It's our company's podcast. But the thing is, what impresses me the most in our team, sometimes we have a new challenge, sometimes something new going on. We never tried something new. Industry changed. We have new regulations. And I never heard something like, we can't do this. Like, it's impossible to do this. Everyone is up for the challenge. And this is what I respect the most in our team. Like, if we don't have experience at something, give us a couple of weeks. I mean, we will have enough of experience, and we will have enough of workforce to come through anything. So this was our actually last season of our podcast. Thank you guys for being with us. Thank you for all the support. We have tens of thousands of views thanks to you on different platforms and a lot of compliments. And we actually have a huge list of guests who's coming next season, which is so exciting. And we wanted to finish this season in a family circle, in a way, with Yaron, just to
Christmas.
show, just to tell you some news about the company, what we're up to. If you want to know something about us and you didn't have time to ask, or if someone didn't, now you know more about our plans, what we've done, and how many years we've been on the market, because it surprises a lot of people. 15 years is not a short term, and our team is keep growing rapidly. So thank you everybody for being with us. I will see you next season. I will see you next year in 2024. Thank you, Yaron, for being my guest today. And thank you
for having me.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for updating our audience about our company, because I'm sure we mostly had conversations about our guests, about the industry. Now we finally had time to share something about us, which is useful sometimes. So thank you so much, Yaron. Thank you for being with me. And thank you, my favorite audience, for being with me this season. And see you next season in an even better podcast. Well, at least I hope so. Thank you.
Happy holidays, everyone. Thank you, Anton. It's an amazing podcast.